I'm not pressing the brake. All I need to do, just press the accelerator all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today we are driving the all-new GWM Tank500. This particular vehicle is available in New Zealand, Australia. Today we are driving the Ultra, the top spec. In terms of pricing, the Tank500 starts at $74,990 for the base model, and this Ultra spec will cost you $82,990 plus ORC. If you're looking to order one, buy one, test drive one, do not forget to contact us. I'll leave all the contact details down below for Ebbett Pukekohe, GWM and HEV dealership. In this video, I will show you everything from exterior and interior, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the point of view test drive. Let's have a look at the outside first. First thing, notice the set step. That's the electric set step. Works really well actually. Closing the door, that goes in. And look at the underneath. There's no gap. There's no like weird things and opening. It's so smooth. It is satisfying for sure. At the front, we have a big, large grille that mostly chrome finish with a big tank logo over things. Full LED headlights. That's the smart LED. Again, looks quite aggressive. They're not slim, they're just big, bulky. On the driver's side, we have 18-inch alloys, which is a little bit small for the size of the vehicle, but the good thing is the tire itself is quite chunky. If you do want to go some hardcore off-roading, you may want to upgrade the wheels or tires in the future. So yeah, at the front, it's just really aggressive. On the side, there's not many like plastic black padding compared to the Tank300. This feels a little bit more luxury instead of rugged feel. Everything is all body panel, everything is all white color. You are getting some chrome finish here, roof rails on the top, which is just standard with SUVs these days. At the back, the big tire, as we can see. There's a little bit good thing about that because this door is actually assisted. This is soft closing door, so opening and closing this is actually much easier than the Tank300, which I find. See that? That's quite nice. And the weight is lightly distributed. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. I find it a little bit better than the Tank300. Just square box, it's big. So overall dimension from exterior, this is over 5 meters long, so 5.08 meters long. The width is over 1.9 meters, and it has a wheelbase over 2.8, I believe. So overall, really good size. The proper size of this is actually in between the proper Toyota Land Cruiser 300 versus the standard or the current model, the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. So nice 7-seat version. Alright, let's have a look at the rear seats and third row seats first before I talk about the boot. So this is my sitting position at about 178 centimeters tall. So I've got tons of room for me with the seats going all the way backwards. So there's a sliding, of course. The seat itself is very supportive. This particular top spec gets the Napa leather. Look how nice finish that is. And small pockets over here. The build quality on the doors are solid. Let's close the door. Wow, that's heavy. Try again. That's very heavy door. I'd assume they should get 5-star safety rating, hopefully. Sunshade, which is only available on the higher spec. Infinity audio, 12 speakers, again, only available on the higher spec. There are some wooden trims going around the doors, dash, everything. That's quite a nice touch. At the back, we get some controls for your air conditioning. That's really nice. All the touch feels solid. Listen to the sound. That's satisfying as well. A little small thing I find, even the handlebar on the top are leather wrapped finish, soft touch. Can you believe that? Why do they have to do this? But it's just premium. This whole car screen's premium for me. On the top, we get a sunroof that helps with the visibility. I forgot to mention, underneath, small tray plus USB charging. That's one USB-A, one USB-C, plus a 12-volt socket, which is handy. Close that. That's nice. I will show you what it looks like on this side with the seats a little bit pushed forward so I can create a little bit more space for the rear seats. This is not all the way forward, by the way, but I can comfortably sit here with my sitting position okay on the passenger side, and good amount of knee room, good on leg room, tons of headroom overall. What we want to do, we want to climb to the back and see how it looks like. So climbing the back on the driver's side, pretty easy. Just pull the door handle, that'll slide in. There's no electric buttons, but it's easy. In case you want to control anything at the back with the electric buttons, there are buttons on this side. There are also buttons in the boot if you need to. Let's get in and try the space first. With my preferred sitting position, this is totally okay for the leg room, for the knee room, but the legs are quite up because the gap in between the seats are really small. Myself sitting here is a little bit uncomfortable. My head is touching the roof as well. So I'd imagine someone who is shorter than me will be okay for small journey, or kids at the back will be okay. There is air vents on the top, there's cup holders over here, seat belts of course, and that's pretty much it. The seats are still supportive, but they are very small seats. Additionally, on the passenger side of the vehicle, I do find a small problem, and it could be a big problem for you. If you slide the seat forward and pull this, you can step in, but there's a little bit gap in between, as you can see. There's unfortunately no one-touch button or one-touch handle compared to that seat to let the seats go all the way, and the seat base doesn't go all the way either. So a little bit strange from this side, I think, just because maybe most people get it from the other side, but yeah, a little bit annoying on the passenger side, I'll point it out. Next, let's look at the boot again. So with all the seats up, you get very minimal storage space. Just like this, my bag is perfectly fine over here, but anything larger than that will not be possible. If we drop the headrest, we can push these seats all the way forward with the electric button. That's always quite handy. You do get seatbelt catcher over here, so that's quite nice as well. Once that goes in, you find a very square-ish space. I think the boot volume should be around somewhere around 500 to 600. It's not massive, but it's very useful. And you do get the parcel shelf, which is hidden underneath, to put on the top if you need to use that. On the rear boot doors, you actually get some extensive storage box over here. That's actually quite deep, larger than my hand. So that's nice for your storage or for your tools. All right, now at the front seats, I want to point out how nice these seats are. It's quilted, it's got very premium feel, it's wide, it's long, it's very supportive, it's Napa leather, proper leather over here. Let's start it. You see the seats and the steering does go to the original position as it has a comfort access. The steering itself is actually power adjusted. So nice, so that's satisfying. And you get electric driver side adjust, lumbar support, and heated massage cooling functions on the front seats as well. You can't have anything more than that, I believe. Anyway, what we find is very nice leather wrapped steering. The steering buttons are a little bit different from the Tank500, but logic are exactly the same. In front of us is a 12.3-inch display, which has most of the things you need. You can change different mode from guide, which show you the navigation, or classic, which show you the driving assistant package, or off-road, which show you the off-road conditions, things like that. And in the center, we have a big 14.6-inch display. This is much larger than the Tank500, but overall the logic or the system are exactly the same. You get quick drop-down menu, you get slide left and right to do whatever you like. You can do off-road settings and things like that. And if we go to the reverse, we have a nice 360 surround view camera, plus the intelligent parking and reverse tracking function, which I will speak about that on the channel. Underneath, we have a beautifully designed clock over here. All the touch around here are nicely finished. You can see the treatment, even on the buttons. They're all very well done. On the side, we have a little bit sort of dark lights or stars, whatever, designed over here, and some wood trim over here, and nice leather or soft touch material on the top. Everything around the doors are nice touch as well. Closing the door again, solid. It's really solid. We have small tray over here for your wireless charging. Underneath, there are some storage plus USB charging. I love how you can actually run the cable up with a small hole in between. In the center console, we have some direct buttons for cooling heated seats, cameras, and your driving pointer things. For your controls on off-road, you even get expert mode if you want to go into the expert off-road settings. You can change the different adjustments for your driving mode. There are so many driving modes you can select, from normal, eco, sport when you need, plus off-road ability. So total, there are 11 driving modes you can select on this particular vehicle. In terms of center, we get a much larger storage tray compared to the Tank500. And sliding, you get 2 cup holders, which are nice. You can actually take this out to leave a little bit more space or gap in between. Everything around here are very, very nice touch. Storage box, standard, nothing special. On the top, we get a sunglasses holder. If you open the glass, this is what it looks like. You can get the glass open all the way. Very satisfying. And that's pretty much it. That's the interior. Let's get the seatbelt on and go for a test drive to see how it goes. Alright, let's get started. Sounds nice for start. Alright, let's quickly go through some technical numbers on the powertrain. So, all the Tank500 in New Zealand and Australia will get a 2.0 litre turbocharged petrol motor with a hybrid motor at the back. Combined, you're getting a whopping 255 kilowatts of power and 648 newton meters torque. The number is definitely massive compared to a lot of competitors on the market. There's no official 0 to 100Ks just yet, but since the Tank500, the smaller vehicle come with the same drivetrain, is tested to be around 8 seconds from 0 to 100. This vehicle should be around maybe 9 seconds mark, depends on how you drive, of course. On these country roads, the suspension is relatively soft, and the steering is very easy to turn as well. There are different steering modes, of course, you can select. Right now, we're just selecting the standard comfort mode. Let's go get it to the sport mode to see how the acceleration goes. I have no one behind me. I will slow down a little bit around here. Accelerate. That's very good. The overall transmission feels very smooth. Since this has the hybrid drivetrain, there's no real gear change in between. I can feel you're getting the rev going up and down here and there, but overall it's really smooth. Let's push around these corners just to see how the handles on this vehicle. Brake is responsive. You can definitely get some body roll out of it, but it's very comfy. Like, the seat hugs me really well. I'm definitely not losing control on these corners. The car doesn't feel as big as the name suggests or as the dimension suggests. I'll leave it out here. The handling is a lot better than the Toyota Prado, at least for the current generation. I'm not sure about the future one, but there's definitely a lot of handling onto it, and this is only in the comfort handling, by the way. It's not really aggressive handling, and the pedal is just so easy to accelerate. There's minimum hesitation when you put the foot down. Let's try again from here, all the way to down. I'll do a little bit gentle acceleration right now, then foot down. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. It's got a little bit assisted handling on it. It's very smooth at the same time. I don't think it's super fast though. I mean, the pickup is gentle most of the time. But overall, the feel of this vehicle is definitely doesn't feel like a big car or big car compared to a lot of cars on the market. The driving part of it feels like this is a small car, although the dimensions suggest this is a car with 1.9 meters width or 5 meters length, things like that. It's smooth, it's assisted, the weight on the steering is just perfectly balanced. Wow, it's somehow very refreshing to drive something like this, I'll be honest with you. Let's try a U-turn just to see how the turning circle on this vehicle looks like. Yeah, at low speed, the vehicle just feels planted. The pedal response is quite aggressive. again on the sport mode. There's a little bit hesitation when you take off, just like the Tank 300. But after that, it's smooth. I like how the steering feels. It's not sporty feel, but it's very comfy. Like the assistance on this is really good on the steering. Yeah, just on the slow pickup, just from 0 to 10, I think the first gear reacts a little bit strangely. As soon as you put your foot down, there's a little bit hesitation before the car starts rolling. So that's where the small hesitation is. Apart from that, once you speed it up to a certain level, it's really smooth. And in terms of visibility, it's crystal clear through all windows. It's nice, it's high on the ground as well. I've got really good visibility out of this, so that's definitely a really good thing. And let's do another acceleration since we are still on driving on sport mode. There's no one behind me. I'll hopefully do a good acceleration over here. I'm not pressing the brake. All I need to do, just press the accelerator all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Now that's pretty good. Wow, that acceleration is actually much better than we had before. It felt like if you put your foot all the way down to 100% on the pedal, on the accelerator, the car's response time is very minimal. It sends all the power to the wheels correctly. Wow, that's impressive actually. I enjoy that. And let's go back to the comfort side, normal side, just to see the acceleration. It's definitely going to be a lot gentler than the sport. All the way down. Still quite responsive. That's actually quite responsive. It's not bad at all. And overall, the noise level on this is very minimal. I think this is quieter than the Tank 300, or even premium than the HEV H6, because the dual quality, everything sounds are really good. I'm just overly genuinely impressed by the quality, by the driving experience of this car. I'll put it out there, I know people will hate it. I think the driving experience of this one definitely kills the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, which is the current generation. I'm not sure about how the new one will looks like in the future. And it's way more premium than pretty much most of the competitors you can think of. A 7-seat vehicle, a car that can do off-road, has tons of these features. I don't think these can be beaten in many ways, to be fair. That's the part I'm genuinely impressed by this vehicle, of its quality, of its drive. Look how it handles around these corners, just so light, so planted on the ground. But it still has plenty of ground clearance. It's more than 210 millimeters ground clearance. And that's more than enough for most people's daily use or off-road use, to be fair. I hope some channels will do some off-road tests on this vehicle. Unfortunately, it's not my type of tea, and I'm not expert on it, but driving on the road, driving on this rough seal in New Zealand countryside, this feels really good. I can't say how many really I can say, but this guy's so good on the comfort, on the premium level, how everything works. Yeah, you get all the safety technologies, and it's gonna beep, it's gonna ping. I don't like that part, like the Tank 300, I dislike that. But that's just small negativity about these vehicles. I can't think of any other negativity about this car, like the driving part of the feature part, the luxury comfort, the package it offers for you, for the passenger, for the rear passenger. It's just so good. And I think that's pretty much all I wish to talk about in this particular video about the Tank 300 for our first impression for Walkaround point of view test drive. I hope you enjoyed the contents. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and like. That would be really helpful for the channel to grow. I will try to put more content about the Tank, about the GWM, and about other cars in New Zealand in the future. And I'll see you next video. Thank you very much.